Okay, good evening, everybody. Good evening, and welcome to our live training for this week. And I'm going to be talking a little bit about HeyGen, which we just released as PLR this week. And if you have not yet picked it up, you can get it at theplrshow.com/AIVP. And I'm just going to talk briefly about how you would approach the marketplace with this and who you're going to be talking to. I'm actually going to turn off my webcam, so hopefully you won't be too offended by that. With that, let's go ahead and get started. Now, um, uh, uh, in this case, we are talking about building AI avatars, and you probably heard of that. And it's basically like having a digital twin, and AI has now facilitated that. So the technology is getting better and better. And if I have the bandwidth, I'll show you what it looks like on HeyGen. I really did do that in the course, but I'll show you a little bit of that here at the end of the session. I want to make sure that I get through what it is that we are doing. Okay, good. Hello, everybody. This is Charles Harper, and I thought I was recording, but I am not. So we are now broadcasting live. Just so that you'll know, if you don't have our HeyGen PLR, you can get it at theplrshow.com/AIVP2. That is the new PLR that we just released today, which is Saturday, depending on when you are seeing this. And HeyGen is an AI avatar platform. And as I was saying, when I thought I was broadcasting, um, HeyGen really is a platform that gets a lot of things right. If you look at your own avatar, you get a chance to create one. They really do get close to approximating what it is you would look like if you had a digital twin. And there are some other platforms that are like that. We'll kind of talk about some of those here in this session. I do want to talk a little bit about pricing. HeyGen's reasonable at $29 a month. Now, if you are already at that point where you've got too many AI subscriptions, I know that one more is probably not what you want to hear. They do have a free platform where you give you 3 videos per month, but as I did demonstrate in the course, you're going to blow through that pretty fast. So I think the thing to do would be to use those 3 videos to determine if you have a use case for HeyGen and if it's actually going to bring in more than it takes out of your of your cash flow. One thing you want to be aware of in terms of that is, yes, they do have an affiliate program. It's not instantaneous. You do have to go through an application process. They're going to ask you to fill out a Google form, and they don't get back to you right away. And so I did do that, did go over that in the course. I will let you know whether or not I'm able to become part of the program and then how long it actually takes. But again, um, it's not an affiliate program where you're going to immediately be able to offset the cost of a monthly subscription. And just kind of on that note, all AI tools are going to go down in price and tend towards zero mostly, and they're going to start to converge. So, in other words, even if they don't all go down toward zero, what you're going to find is that a number of these platforms they're going to start offering many of the same things. And so those that differentiate themselves in the marketplace, like HeyGen, you're probably going to find other platforms to do what HeyGen is doing. If not, some of the bigger platforms like Google, OpenAI, Perplexity, and all of those bigger platforms. And so the marketplace is always going to be set by who's first. In this particular place, I think HeyGen is going to be first. There are some other AI video creators. Excuse me, there's one called Syllabi. I think the gentleman's name is Austin Armstrong. I don't know him personally. I got connected to him by a friend of mine, Rebecca, and I've yet to connect with him at this point. But he's got a platform called Syllabi, and a lot of people are using it to build faceless channels. And I don't know how they're navigating the new rule. And From everything that I have read, people who are creating genuine content, they seem to be fine. And so I have no doubt that the people that are using syllabi are not finding any negative blowback. There's also Pictory. It's a bit more of a manual process. They kind of take your script and turn it into, they use the AI to turn it into a video, and they use B-roll that they get from, I think it's Storyblocks, right? And they've got some good processes in there, and it's another way to create AI video, very similar to in video, right? They're very close in their operation, so you can use one or both of those. And then there's Sora and Veo. So if you're already paying for a subscription to ChatGPT, or you're paying for a subscription to Google Gemini, you do have access to Sora and Veo. They both create video. If for no other reason, then they're creating them in small clips, right? But it's usable. A coaching platform that I came across that was an avatar-based coaching platform was called Coach Fox. And I didn't have a chance to demonstrate it for this course. And I'm not really sure how many people of your customers are going to know about it. So I really was not necessarily all that pressed about doing it. I am curious about the platform, and the trial actually ran out before I really had a chance to try it. So I may try it and then see how it works. But again, the concept's the same as HeyGen. You're creating an avatar that looks uh, and sounds like you, and it reads a script like an AI would. And what you're going to find is that HeyGen gets pretty close. I don't know about CoachVox. I didn't test their system. So if you have HeyGen content, so the question is always going to be, right? So you got a 20 video course. Do you want to sell it as a course? Do you want to sell it as content? Do you want to sell it as a boost to your membership? And it really depends on kind of your goal in the business. Everyone's goal to some degree really has to be recurring income, right? And the easiest way to do that, of course, is to have a learning center or a learning center community. And so when you start talking about who's going to see your HeyGen course, all AI consultants, coaches, and trainers who don't know about it should. And one of the things that we included in the course is a presentation done by Janine Biggins, who is also part of our AI monetization masterclass. And she did a presentation that everybody absolutely loved, where she basically demonstrated how she's using AI, or basically HeyGen, as a major part of her consulting practice, right? And how people really love the work that she's doing for them. And basically what she's doing is taking HeyGen and doing a lot of work for them. She's also getting them to sign up under them. And of course, that means then some level of passive commission. So again, so if you're an AI consultant, coach, or trainer, or you have these people in your audience, then teaching them how to use HeyGen is going to be helpful to you, and I think profitable to you also. If you have a membership site or a learning center, this is a must. It's I think it's a category of AI. So in other words, this is in the avatar or digital twin. We're not talking about agents. We're not talking about retrieving information. We're talking about basically creating another digital self. And so this is a part of AI that you need to be teaching your customers. And you can do that if you have a membership site and you have this kind of content in there. Anyone who is in your audience that is part of the make money online space, and they know and understand what PLR is, and they use PLR videos. If those people are in your audience, they will benefit immensely from learning how to use HeyGen, because I think that the way of customizing a video, right? Even a long video. Let's say that someone gets our DFY Live Masterclass, you got a 30-minute presentation. That's now been solved as to how you're going to customize this. HeyGen makes that really very simple. And in fact, I mean, if you already have I'm thinking about if you already have our DIY Live Masterclass from any time, right? All you really got to do is make sure it's going to be up to date, and then you just want to put this into HeyGen and customize it. And I think I showed you that in the course as to how you could do that. And PLR users in general. So if you've got some kind of text content, let's say that you got something from my friend Tiffany Lambert, and you've got a good piece of content there. A lot of people are not going to turn that into an avatar video. So if you got some of her content lying around, I would encourage you to take something like HeyGen and to rewarm it up and to turn it into content that you put on your site using something like HeyGen. And again, now as a PLR user, right, if you have our course, you're going to be teaching your customers, and I would definitely teach your customers that process with some PLR that you have. So in other words, you're going to teach something like how to repurpose uh, the PLR content using HeyGen, right? You will demonstrate that, and all you're really going to be doing is using the AI editor. And again, I went over that in the course, and so you'll be able to do that just based on what I taught in the actual course. I would not necessarily run to YouTubers with this. I don't think that this is the spirit of YouTube content. YouTube is not necessary. And again, now it doesn't mean that you can't. I'm not saying Charles Harper's going to tell on you. That's not what I'm saying. And I'm not saying anybody's going to tell on you. I'm not even saying that you're in trouble. I'm just saying it's not the spirit of what they're trying to do over there. And so I wouldn't necessarily run to YouTubers to show them this. And I don't know how many YouTubers are going to be interested in knowing how to use AI avatars. But anyone that creates content of any kind, and when we talk about content creation these days, we're really talking about outside of the blog and outside of YouTube, or even podcasting, we're really talking about social media. So anybody that's active already on some of these platforms. So, if you've got customers, they're already active on Facebook. A lot of people who are between 40 and 70, right? They're active on Facebook. That doesn't mean they're not active on some of these other platforms, but you can be active there and you can actually benefit from using something like HeyGen for some of the content you're creating over there. Probably the same thing is going to be true of LinkedIn. Now, if you're looking for a job, and you're using LinkedIn for other opportunities, you want to consider, maybe want to consider making sure that, if you're going to use an avatar, that it is that you've got your eyes dotted and T's crossed. TikTok especially, right? I don't think there's any prohibition against your creating TikTok videos, and maybe heretofore you have not even been on TikTok because you can't quite figure out what to what to create. Well, you can use HeyGen to take some clips and create some clips for you for something like TikTok, right? And you can be active there with your avatar. Instagram's going to be the same thing, right? You can be active with your avatar there. And so the idea here is so these are the people who are going to be interested in learning what you're going to be teaching them when you are teaching them HeyGen. And so if you have any of these people in your audience, then you want to speak to all these people, right? And so let's say that you've got a week to promote this by email. You can talk to consultants, right? And let them know, like once they understand how to use HeyGen, they can go out and get clients or go out and get additional revenue by adding additional services to their clients, something that their audience will and their clients will like. You should be talking to people who have a membership site or a learning center or even a learning community. And a lot of people are building communities these days. They don't have a lot of content in there. And so people who want to start out, let's say serving a particular market, well, one of the best things you can do, right? One of the best things they can do, and if you can show them this, that they need to have high quality content there, right? So you want to teach them that by learning these avatars, they will then be having high quality content in their site. Uh, PLR users and PLR video users, if you have those people in your audience, then you want to be training them how to use HeyGen. And the course really does show them how to take a video and to customize it, right, with very little effort. There was a time that if you listen to me further back, I've always said that you should not be wasting your time customizing videos, especially changing over my voice. Now, that was before AI, and I'd say process that I've seen is using HeyGen, and right, you'll see that in the HeyGen course when you get it. And of course, if you have content creators in your audience, you should be teaching them how to use HeyGen. HeyGen will really help them in that case. I think what I can do is again, this is gonna be a little memory challenged, right? But I'm gonna try to do this anyway. I'm going to just kind of do that, and I did this on the Ultimate Insider call, and I just played an avatar video, and that's what I'm going to do here. I'm going to go over to HeyGen, and let's go over to HeyGen, and I'm just going to click on this avatar that I created of myself. Right now, you're going to hear it say Thomas Duncan because I still have the demo of this in the course, and I think what I'm going to have to do is we're going to have to make sure that the audio is going to play here in Zoom. So bear with me for a second. I've got to make sure that the audio is going to play. I'm going to share computer sound. I'm going to make sure computer sound is turned on so you can hear it. And now I'm going to play this. I'm going to click on the avatar. This is in the project section. And then once I do that, then I'm just going to play what the avatar does. Now, again, what you have to envision is that you're going to be teaching somebody this by using the course, right? So you're not going to use my face and my video. You'll find that I think that they're in the DFY Live Masterclass upgrade. I have all the artifacts there. So I've given you all the videos that I create the course with inside DFY Live Masterclass. You can use them however you see fit. But let's take a look at this avatar. And this is not me talking, but it's an avatar of me. We are going to finish up our session on the metric, and we're going to get into the final calculation here in this session. So basically, what you need to buy plus what you want in terms of your number is going to be your number. So if you have factored in everything that you want in terms of your living expenses and your baseline, and then you're going to factor in all of the things you need to buy for your business, well, then that's going to be the number that you're going to focus on an everyday basis, even on an hourly basis. So now once we get that number, whatever that number is, and it should be an annual number at this point, obviously what we're doing is we're starting with $100,000 in a calendar year. And so what we want to do is we want to back into a daily number. And so okay, so basically what I did in order to create that was I uploaded a video of myself, and then I put a script in there of a video that I already created. It could have been any script. And so what the AI is doing is it's mimicking me. It's also recreating the words. And so there's a little verification process I had to go through in order to produce that. But that is what HeyGen actually does. Now, you could probably tell me that there are other platforms that do the very same thing. And that's neither here nor there, right? I don't uh, I don't even know if there's a specific use case for me. And the thing about using these tools is that if, one has, a couple of features over and above another one, eventually this one will offer the same features. And so the thing with AI tools is you just need to kind of get to know a set and start using them. And the only place where I would probably start thinking about duplicates, maybe, something like Google and Gemini or Google and Perplexity or Perplexity and OpenAI, something like that, right? But other than that, I'm not sure I would be duplicating tools. And that would just mean that if once you get to know it, once you get a video tool for a specific purpose, because it fills a gap in your business, then you just use that one and don't be shopping around and don't be waiting for someone to make an offer to you. That's my recommendation to you. But so that's an avatar, right? And so that's what HeyGen actually does, and that went for a video. Now I think I may still have, and I hope I didn't delete it. Um, and I think I did. Let's take a look at. Here's an avatar that I created um, with my pen name, right? So you're gonna see it here, and it's kind of interesting, right?
Welcome to an agency where creative ideas meet measurable impact. Let's showcase what makes us your perfect partner in advertising.
Okay, so here's what I did. This is an image that I typically use as my pen name, and and I chose a voice that HeyGen has, right, in order to do this. So this process is one that can produce some different elements if you're willing to be patient with the process, right? So really that's really all that I'm gonna go through. I just wanted to kind of introduce this to you. I would encourage you to go through the course and to make sure that you're teaching your customer already. As a brief reminder, we are in month 4 of one AI video per day. We just started. Today is August 2nd. Today is day 2. And so we've covered a new topic for day 2. And you can get month 4 at the plrshow.com/OAI VPD4. Also, expiring next Tuesday will be our System.io course. This is step 1 in building out a business for recurring income using a community. And it's actually volume 9 of all of the System.io video courses that I've done, right? So you still benefit from having volumes 1 through 8. Volume 9 is still all system. It's going in a different direction, and we're actually building out a business going forward. So step 2, which is going to release on Wednesday, will continue that process of building out. Now, what I will say is that I am very much thinking about doing another series like this on the subject of school. And so if you have thoughts about that, and I've been asking you if you have been watching our email updates, that if you have thoughts about that, please write me back and let me know what your thoughts about that. So if you want to follow, if you want to have, you're right, you want to own a resale rights series of videos in the same way that I did system, just kind of let me know that, and that will help me to make the final decision. And of course, then again, HeyGen, which is AI avatars, right? It's AI avatars with HeyGen. You can get that at the plrshow.com/AIVP2. All right. Well, that's about it, everybody. I don't really have much for you tonight. I appreciate you all very much. I appreciate you all being here and for for hanging out with us here. Have a great night and a pleasant tomorrow. Take care.